Starting. Okay, thank you. This is the local chuck, and this part comes off of
Front end.
the front end.
It's that big ass piece we bring in.
Yeah.
So this is the tendon that goes to the neck. Pretty obvious there, right?
It is when you point it out, and I learn it, and I watch these videos.
Oh yeah. And then this is it kind of laid out.
Yeah.
So this is literally going up to the head. Up
Got
through
it.
Here. So the head's about right here.
Oh wow.
Then this section here
Yes.
becomes ribeye steaks.
And you start seeing it right there.
Yeah, you can kind of see like that. Looks like a ribeye steak right there, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Okay.
Local chuck's a little different because stuff like that, right? Definitely this tendon. The way you get this tendon out, see how it runs on through there?
Yes.
Got to be kind of careful because these are where your chuck eye steaks are. Those
You don't
are
want to
the really
fuck that
good
up.
ones, right? So it's just lightly across here. You do a lot of peeling, just where you can expose the whole tendon, like that, and get underneath it. See that guy? Again, don't cut too deep. That's where your chuck eyes are.
Don't fuck up your chuck eyes.
Right. And then the way to get things out like this is get your knife that's totally underneath it, poking out at the bottom of here and the bottom of here.
Right.
That way when you skate it across,
You get it all done in one swoop.
you get it all done in one swoop.
Saves time, and it makes the steak look nicer. That's a hell of a tendon.
Yeah. I watched my dog suck one of these down like a spaghetti noodle once.
Oh.
I was like, whoa, buddy. You might not be feeling too good after that.
I would not have wanted to smell that shit.
Luckily with my dogs, they're just all outside. I never get to even see their poop.
Lucky.
Because they poop on the inside. Okay.
And we'll stop. Pausing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're back to the chuck.
So you remove the tendon.
Remove the
Carefully,
tendon.
try not to hurt your chuck eye steaks. Again, find a little more brown, a little more brown. If you don't trim this off now, it'll turn brown so fast in your case. It'll take a beautiful steak and it just won't sew. Okay, now this is where it becomes a little bit more like the choice chuck that you see.
What about that?
I'll get to that.
Got it.
That's like on the choice chuck where you have that like purple looking stuff.
Okay.
Right, so this is the cut where you separate the chuck eyes from the bottom part, the Denver steaks.
Got it.
So I do it with
And your
the chuck
Denver
eyes on
is?
this side. Your Denvers are going to be under here.
Okay.
So this is the cut where it goes on this section, right? So above the browning part,
Above the brown
and then
part.
it goes down around the chuck eye, and then up on top of this part where the Denvers are underneath.
Got it.
So it's just about an inch in, not going in too deep, and then rounding it around and up through here. Pulling.
Now that's my question. Once I pull it back, how far do I cut it back?
Depends on whatever technique you want to use.
Okay.
I go about to there, and then I take this piece and I pull it and move it to here, where then I can cut my steaks out of it.
Huh.
So I take that top part. Jade separates hers. It's a face cut that looks kind of lean. Then you have your
Chuck eye.
chuck eye
Three
steak,
of 'em.
which is why it's like a ribeye.
And it's 3 of them.
Yep. 3 chuck eyes, and then some chuck steaks, and some chuck roasts. So chuck eye, chuck eye, chuck eye. Chuck. Chuck. Chuck.
So 3 and 3, sometimes 4,
Yeah, in the summer we'll try to get more steaks out of it.
but not in the winter.
And you gotta kind of fix it to make it look kind of normal.
Yeah, because it's
If it
kind
goes
of
like that, I don't know what the hell is that. you know?
yeah,
If you kind of form it to give it
the shape that it.
that it started in before we got
Cut
too
it.
wiggly. Yeah. Okay. And then chuck roast. That side's gonna brown. That's where we cut it off the ribs. So you do that side up.
Got it. Chuck roast. You gonna do 2 of them?
I think so. This looks a little weird. So I'm gonna cut from this side. Chuck roast. And then this part
That you still have attached.
Yeah, we're just making a little stew meat pile over here. And this is still the eye of the chuck, so it's really good. Alright, so that's the top part. Alright, now we have the Denver steaks under here.
Yes.
And all this weird stuff that we're going to have to trim off.
Right.
First thing we're going to do is cut out our stew meat or our Denver steak section. And remember, don't cut in too much because these Denver steaks are small to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can kind of see where your Denver steaks are. This
right.
section right here. So we're just going to take that section out.
So you can trim it on these.
Yeah. At least we get it off to the side. Like that. And now it's easier to get the stuff off that we need to for sausage.
All the gnarly parts go to sausage.
Yeah.
What the hell is this?
Just coagulated blood. That
Is a gland.
Yeah, it is.
Looks like an ear.
That you don't want
No.
into yourself.
What does the gland do?
Secretes pheromones and other things you need.
Oh.
Depends on what gland it is. Adrenal gland makes.
Adrenal. Yeah, you would bring that up.
Pituitary gland produces growth hormone. So it depends on the gland.
Right.
Totally edible. In fact, probably tastes decent. Most chorizos, it's like just like they use pork salivary gland as their main source of.
What?
Uh-huh.
So I could be getting a high off of eating a.
Not really. These are mostly just histamine glands.
Mm-hmm. What's histamine? So you can breathe right?
Yeah. Like you get bit by a mosquito, the reason you swell, your histamine's act up.
Oh.
Okay, so now some of these sections you can see they're fatty, like they're hard.
Yeah.
It's not worth cutting the stew meat out of them, right?
So you make that into grind.
Yeah, that's got to be your grind.
So if it's
And
hard.
cutting it like that is great. It just sucks it right down the grinder for you.
Okay.
This kind of stuff, nice and meaty.
Yeah. There's your stew meat.
Here's your stew meat. Right, so I set it off to the side with the other stuff.
Grind the other stuff. You're going really fast.
Well, every little cut saves a little time. See, what I'm doing here is not cutting it all the way through and poking it in there. It's like wrapping paper.
You're right.
If you have tension on it, it's easier to cut.
And
And
then
then
it
this
can
whole
suck
piece
it.
just gets sucked right
sucked
down the
in.
grinder. Makes it really easy. And then Denver steaks.
If you could slow down for the Denver just a little bit, that'd be great.
There's a little bit of the shoulder blade.
Okay.
On the choice ones, you know, there's tons of it.
Right.
On the local, we don't scrape it as much. We don't have a machine pulling it off. So there's this flap on top.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you can take it off gently if you want to expose the Denvers underneath.
Right.
Once you get better at it, you'll be able to cut that off and trim that at the same time.
I have not there yet.
No.
Okay.
That's like year 4 kind of shit. Okay.
I love when I cut into something and I can follow it through and peel it because of that skin on top. It makes me feel assured that I'm not screwing anything up.
Yeah, when you can see you're not cutting too deep.
Yes.
These are probably going to be really small because this is a female heifer.
Yeah, the males would be bigger then.
Oh yeah, because you got all that shoulder in the male.
Hey, when will these chickens be done?
About noon 15.
About 12:15.
Okay. And there's that
How
chunk.
come it's not? Oh, there it is.
Does it look? Yeah. See, that looks a little better.
Yes. So you were cutting the bottom of it.
Mm-hmm. Now it's a face cut. And that is a Denver steak.
Okay, and then that gets turned into stew meat, and then you're done.
Yep.
All right. Thank you.
A question about